There he is right there. Heck yeah, guys. Oh yes. Heck yeah. Whoo, that's a good one there. Look at that dang feed on me already. Nice. Nice. Heck yeah. Man, that's a good start for the day right there. Man, you guys ready for an epic showdown? We are gonna put the Bream Buster to work this morning. We put down our ultralights. I've got a 13-foot Black Widow B&M. And we're gonna see if we can't put some big Bream, big slab Bream in the boat using it. Get ready for some action, get ready for some excitement, and get ready for some seriously impressive catches. You don't have to have the most expensive equipment to get out and catch a bunch of fish. This pole cost me $15 at the local bait shop, and it come already with a cork, line, a weight, and a hook. All I needed was worms. For $15 and whatever the worms would cost, I can be in the business of fishing. And we're gonna see if we can't find some big Bream. If you like that, stick around, because you're gonna like this video. Man, y'all check this out. We are using the B&M Black Widow Retie Ridge. Guys, this thing is 13 foot long, and I got a fish right here. Look at here. Holy smokes. That's a small one. Let's get her off there. These fish are gonna be up in this shallow water here. But I wanna show you, we're using this Black Widow B&M. And man, you talking about fishing on a budget. This pole right here is 13 foot, if you can see. And this pole cost me $15. This is a $15 pole. So probably everything that I've got I'm fishing with today, from the worms to the pole and everything, didn't cost me $25. Man, anybody can do this. Y'all ought to try this. This is fun. It has been since I was a kid that I fished with a cane pole. I want y'all to know. Getting back to the roots. Let's put this other worm on here. I'm gonna get back over there to that little stob, because that's two good fish I done caught off that stob right there. Just see how I wormed that on there? See if there's another one in there. Look at there. It is. It is. Look at here. Look at here. Heck yeah. Heck yeah. Look at there, guys. That is another dandy. I can already tell today gonna be fun. There he is. There he is. Get on there. Get on there. There he is. There he is. There he is. Oh, I like to hurt myself trying to get him back up here to me. Oh my goodness. Golly, what a fun time this is right here. You know, that's a good fish, but it's not. Not quite what I was looking for. You know what, he's bleeding. I'm gonna keep him. I want you to know I probably would not have kept that fish, but man, if I think I'm gonna hurt them and make them bleed, I keep them. Because I will eat them. Me and Mama like to eat fish. Guys, I got these worms from Walmart. I got this, I think you can get this same pole. I think you can get this same pole from Walmart. I actually was in the neighborhood of my local bait shop, and so I swung by and saw this thing and thought, man, I need to get back into the cane pole fishing. As I seen a guy doing this on TV, and he was using popping bugs, them big popping bugs, and he was laying them right on top of the water late in the evenings, and they were catching them. You know, the only way I know to do it with a popping bug is to do it with a fly rod. But he was doing it with a pole just like this. That's pretty cool. Man, I want to give y'all a little bit of a tip. When I read how to get this pole completely set up, they suggested that you leave this line on this pole as long as the pole. And I want to tell y'all, I couldn't manage it that long. I mean, I had to get in here and cut, I don't know, let's see here. The pole's 13 foot, so I probably got 10, well, maybe not even 10, maybe 9 foot of line. And that lets me, up in the top of these trees, as you can see like that right there, that lets me get the top of my pole. I can get it under them. Guys, this is definitely a fun way to fish, and it's cheap too. There he is right there. There he is. Golly, what a fish pulling. Holy smokes, I didn't even know he was on there. He didn't pull the cork under. Yep, he didn't pull the cork under. I don't. Nice fish. Not quite the caliber I was looking for, so we're gonna let him go. Fellas, if you like watching somebody with a big old long cane pole flip out there and catch a brim, man, I do too. And you know what I wish you'd do for me? I wish you'd flip right on over there where that subscribe button is and go and click it for me. Man, I really do thank you guys for watching. I appreciate every single one of you. Thanks. Man, when I was a kid, you can't imagine how many, we lived on a farm, and you can't imagine how many little ditches I sat on and caught rice slicks out of. And I used a pole just like this. I mean, this is the way I fished. Except it was probably really cane. I think we really did make those. And I don't know if y'all have ever made a cane pole. We would cut the cane, and then we had a shop, and we would hang the big end of it up from the top. Oh, I'm getting a bite. We'd hang the big end up from the rafters in the shop. Now these shops were big enough to put combines in. And then we'd tie a great old big brick to the bottom of it so that it would pull it straight, and we'd let them suckers dry. I mean, you know, you can make a bunch of them at one time as long as you had enough bricks to tie to them. And man, that's how we'd let them things dry. There he is, there he is, there he is. Got him, got him. And we'd let them things dry. And once they get dry, we'd put us a tip. So a lot of times we just tied string around them. Nice looking fish. But we just tie strings around them. Then we'd put us a cork, just like we're doing here. Little weight. I leave a little bit hanging off there like it. And we'd get out and fish. And y'all know what I found out? Usually if they in there, it don't take them long to find it when it hits the water. There, see like that right there? As soon as that thing hit the water, that fish bumped it. don't know if he doesn't want it again. There he is, he's on it. I may be fishing just a tad too deep. Boy, that's a good looking fish, so. Man, I am. Now, how did he break that hook off in him? I guess I'll let him have it. I'll keep it. Alright guys, so I've had to make some adjustment on the fly. Every fish I have caught has completely swallowed this hook. And some of them I probably wouldn't have kept. They're big brim, I mean I can eat them. But not the quality I was really wanting to catch. So what I've done is I've shallowed my line up, thinking by shallowing up the depth I'm fishing, maybe you know the water, they've drawn it out to irrigate rice fields and stuff. So maybe it's gotten shallow enough. I need to shallow up a little bit so these fish grab it. They're bouncing my cork rather than just grabbing it and hanging and not moving around. So we're gonna see if this makes a difference. Hopefully it does. And I catch them through the lip rather than in the gut. Oh, got him. Got him. Oh, that's a good one. That's a good one there. Boy, he jerked that under so fast, I couldn't tell what was going on. You know what? Shallowing that up may have helped a little bit. You notice where I caught this one? Look at there. I caught him right in the lip, right where he needs to be caught right there. You see that? Oh. What's up with me and dropping fish? Sucker. Boy, that's a nice brim right there. That is nice, nice. I see fish popping the top of the water. I need to be popping that. There he is. There he is right there. Got him. Let's see where I caught this one at. Boy, this trolling motor may fight. Look at him. That's a good one there. Heck yeah, guys. Man, let me ask y'all a question. When y'all was a kid, did y'all's mom and daddy ever tell y'all spit on worms? I think I'm finna spit on this worm. We're gonna see if that'll help us catch a fish if I don't fall out the boat. Let's see what happens now, baby. Getting a bite there. There he is. Got him. Got him. Got him. Ooh. That's pretty nice when they just fall off like it in the boat. Good fish. Here's another tip for you. Man, if you're getting close to that retirement age, you plan on doing some fishing when you retire, doing a lot of fishing, today you need to go outside and check your gas lines. Do you know if those gas lines have been connected to that gas tank and you haven't been using it and you're not putting good gas in it, you really ought to be running high-octane gas through that, and that's it. Sometimes those gas lines can deteriorate, and as those gas lines deteriorate, little pieces of it fall apart and they get in the fuel and they'll get up to your screen, and man, you'll try to give the boat gas, crank it up, and when that piece of trash sucks up next to the screen, it'll slow down the flow of fuel and your motor will bog down. It can cause you a lot of problems. It can cause you a lot of heartaches. You know, the absolute worst thing you can do to an outboard motor is set that sucker up and never run it. So check your gas lines, make sure they're good, make sure you got fresh gas, and get out and start running it. You know, spend a day just going out to run the motor and not trying to fish. Make sure there's no problems with that dude. so that when you do get ready to go fishing, you're not mad because the motor won't start. Just a tip. Oh, there he is. There he is. Got him. Oh, and the trolling motor come on again. God, what a pretty, pretty fish. Why are they breaking my line? Guys, that's like 2 or 3 that are broken. I plan on keeping this fish. Spilled my drink. Lost my pole. Is my trolling motor still running? What's going on here? What seems to be the major malfunction? I'll get that back. Would y'all look at that? He is peeing all over me. Look at that right there. Isn't that beautiful? He's got some of those stripes on him that I like. All right, let me retie my hook. I'll be right back with you. There he is. There he is. There he is. Look there. Nice, nice. Guys, I think I got all I want to eat. I'm going to start letting these go. Nice. There he is. Oh, heck yeah. Golly. So, wow. Beautiful, beautiful. You know, guys, when Adam and Eve walked in the garden, man, they walked with God every day. I mean, he was right there. He spoke to them. He told them what he desired. And then they just obeyed. And because of that, they were right there in his hand. I mean, they were under his protection at all times. There would be no sickness for them. I mean, everything was perfect. But then they decided to disobey God. And when they disobeyed him, they had to be removed from his presence because they were no longer perfect. They no longer listened to him, and they ate from the tree of the knowledge of good and evil. I mean, think about that. If you eat from the tree of the knowledge of good and evil, then at this point, they have to make up their own mind. They have to make decisions now to determine what is good and evil. No longer would God just tell them and then they would be protected by him. They were out of his protection because of their disobedience. And so that caused a problem. They're separated from God. Now they're having to determine what is good and what is evil in their own accord. But then God sent Jesus to the world. And with Jesus come all the teachings of God. And so I know since I'm separated from God, I'm not under his protection. But if I'll listen to the teachings of Jesus, which were the same teachings that would have been going on in the garden, and I trust him, and I obey those teachings, and I put my faith that those teachings are what God desires of me, the Bible says that if I trust Jesus that way, and I place my faith in him, and I ask for forgiveness of my sin, and I live out obedience to his teachings, that once again, I'm under the protection of God. Guys, that's what the gospel is to be under the protection of God. But because without it, you're just on your own trying to determine what is righteous and what is evil. And you don't know, and I don't know. Only God knows. And we messed that up. So Jesus is our only hope of making sure that we have that. man, maybe we need to be reading the Bible. Maybe we need to be trusting what Jesus has said to us. Maybe we need to be truly seeking him and worshiping him, because he is the only way to truly know God and to fall back under the protection of God. Just a thought I'd share it with you. There he is. He's getting it. He's getting it. Got him. Got him. Hey. Oh, no. I missed him. Dang. That was a good fish, too, guys. There he is right there. Got him. Got him. That's a good one. Let's get him in this boat. Get him in this boat. Come on. Heck yeah. Heck yeah. That's a dandy. Guys, that's a big brim. That is a dandy right there. Look at that. Golly. Look there. And I still got worm left there. Big perm. There he is again. That is a beautiful fish. Golly. Nice. I need more worm. There he is. Oh, golly. Why can't I get that dude? He must not be very big. One more time. Golly, he hit it that time. I got a mouth full of fish right then, fellas. There he is. Nice fish. There he is. There he is. Come on, baby. Can y'all see that cork jumping? I can't tell on this camera if y'all can see what I see. There he is. There he is. Well, I messed around, let him swallow it, guys. Beautiful fish. Yep, I'll keep him. Man, I'll let y'all know, somebody on the channel said every time you have to use a set of pliers, you need to retie your line. And they are absolutely right. And I guess I'm just lazy is the reason I don't do it. I probably miss fish because of it. That's probably why it breaks off in them sometimes. There he is. There he is. There he is. There he is. Golly, they swallowed the fire out of that thing. Not too bad, I got him. Nice. We got a little more worm. And we're back in action again. Let's get back out there and see what we can find. There he is. There he is. Oh! I never did feel him, so might have looked like it, but I didn't feel him. There you go. He must not be very big. I say that and I'll catch a big old shellcracker. There he is. Daggone. These just must be small fish. I say that and I'll catch a monster. I got him that time. Whatever he is, he's coming this time. Man, look at this sucker pull, boy. I said he was small. He showed me. Look at this. Golly, what a fish. Holy smokes, what a beautiful fish. Man, listen, I can barely hold these suckers. Look at that. Uh-oh, there he is, there he is. Got him, got him. Heck yeah, that looks like a pretty good, oh, it's beautiful. Golly, look at the colors on him. Yeah, did y'all notice how I went around to the other side of this tree and got another one? Boy, that is beautiful. So let me ask y'all a question. Y'all like watching this old school fishing with these long poles? Or do you like watching fishing with a spinning reel? I mean, I've been fishing with a spinning reel for a long time. And it never crossed my mind that everybody may like watching this better. Y'all leave me a comment below. Let me know if you like watching this kind of fishing versus a spinning reel better. This kind of fishing here is pretty fun, I gotta tell you. Like I said, I hadn't done it since I was a kid. And so, man, it brings back all kind of memories to do this. There he is. There must be a couple of them. Golly, boy, he hit that. Oh, no! How did I miss that? There he is. There he is right there. Get up here, fish. Come on now. That's a good fish, yo. That's a dandy right there. That's a good one. Nice. That is beautiful. And he left me some worms to do it again. I was right there. I just caught one. Let me see if I can get right back in there and do it again. I had to get a little more worm. See if there's any more in that spot. Yeah, there's another one. Golly, that sucker's fast. But he ain't fast enough. You may be fast, but you ain't fast enough. That's nice, ain't it? Hey, dadgummit. Alright, get my worm pushed back down and let's get this fish. Getting a bite. There he is. He's on there. I didn't even know he was on there, guys. What in the world has got going on here? Have I got him in the mouth? Oh, it's ran his fin. Okay. That's a good fish, too. There he is. There he is. There he is. We don't want to keep him, but I got him pretty good, so I'm gonna throw him in there. There he is, right there. There he is. Heck yeah. It's a female. She slung her worm on me too, dadgummit. Boy, I'm having the worst trouble keeping them on. Before they were swallowing it. There she is. It's a pretty fish. Need more worms, Big Perm. Guys, for this kind of fishing, this brim buster, this is the perfect application for this type of fishing. I mean, it's perfect just to get out here, and if you had an old John boat you wanted to scull around in and just stretch out your line like this and catch a few fish, man, this is absolutely, I think, the way to go to do it. I'd recommend it. It's fun. Brings memories back to me too, and it's inexpensive. Like I said, I didn't pay but $15 for this pole. Sun's starting to get hot now, so I'm probably heading back to the dock. I seen that fish, yo. I seen that fish. That was almost sight fishing. Look at there, look at there, look at there. And there was more than one of them in there. That's a good fish. Let me get him off here. He didn't just spit it out. He grabbed it and run with it. He's not hurt. I'm gonna let him go. There you go, bud. There you go, buddy.
Hello.
Hey, Miss Gloria, this is Wes. How are you doing?
Hey, Wes, how you doing?
Man, are you gonna be close to all-timer here in the next hour and a half?
I'm in all-timer.
Well, here's why, because I got an ice chest full of big brim and I don't want to clean them. I was trying to find somebody that wanted them.
Oh, okay, you call the right person. Just call me as soon as you come into all-timer. And I'll tell you where to come.
Okay. All right. Well, I probably had 10 or 12 of them, but they're pretty good sized ones, and I was hoping that you would want them. I've been meaning to bring you a mess.
Oh my God.
Okay. Well, I'll talk to you here in a little while.
All right.
All right. Bye-bye. We semi-work together, and she is fun, and she's been telling me she watches some of these videos, and she sees me cut a few fish loose, and she gets in my rear end about that. She said, you quit letting them loose and bring them to me. So today, I want to carry your mess. That'll be fun. Well, folks, that's another day on the water. Man, that brim buster pole took me right back to those summer days of my youth standing on the bank catching those rice field slicks with a bucket of worms that I dug up out of the yard. Man, there's something about this pure form of fishing where there's no electronics, nothing crazy, just a pole, a string, a hook, and a bait. And I'm gonna tell you, them little bluegill I was catching today were scrappy. And I'm talking about put up a fight on that long pole. Man, I had an absolute blast out here today. And I'm already itching to get back out on the water again. This definitely will not be my last time fishing this way. You know, it's about reconnecting with what made me love fishing to start with. Man, thanks for joining me today, and I hope this inspires you to get out that old cane pole, dust it off, and dig you up a few worms and get out on the water. Bluegills are waiting, and trust me, they will put up a fight. Until next time, keep your lines tight and go make some memories. See y'all later. Hey guys.
Hey!
I found Miss Gloria, and I've been telling her I was gonna bring her a mess of fish. Look at that.
Look at her.
She said she finna eat fish today.
I'm finna today. Today.
All right, Miss Gloria.
So excited.